Hi there. I wanted to talk to you guys about easier bedtimes. So many clients of mine message me, and people from everywhere are constantly giving me questions about how to fix bedtimes. For some reason, bedtimes, along with potty training and meal times, seem to be the three areas that give parents the most trouble, the most grief, and the most frustration. And the reason that is because we are so emotionally tied to our kids because we love them, and I love mine as well. So I'm here to blame for all that emotional tied feelings and love that we have. But unfortunately, we have to learn to balance our emotions with our need to guide and teach our kids. Our kids are here for us to guide them through teaching them how to learn how to sleep and how to go potty and how to eat proper meal times without misbehaving. All of these things our kids are relying on us to do. And when our emotions get in the way, we sort of miss the boat, cause more frustration, more power struggles, more anxiety, and then everything feels chaotic in our daily parenting life. But what I want you to do is I want you to know that bedtime can be easier with 3 simple tips. Okay, first of all, I want you to know that the earlier the bedtime, the better. The better for you, the better for your kids. When you have late bedtimes, your kids are overtired. And when your kids are overtired, we all know they are unruly little things that cannot be reasoned with. And no matter what you say or do, things just get worse. So the first tip is earlier bedtimes. The second tip is you really need to have a consistent routine. Oftentimes clients will say to me, or parents will come to me with random questions off of Instagram or Facebook, and they will say, well, we kind of have a routine. Some nights we put them to bed with a book, and sometimes we have a bath. We usually brush their teeth. What I want you to do is I want you to have a super duper consistent bedtime routine, almost to the point where you feel annoyed that you've got to have Groundhog's Day every single night. But what this consistency and sense of Groundhog's Day does for your kids is it gives them really clear boundaries and sets the stage for the fact that bedtime is coming and it's going to be time for them to go to bed. It also gives you time to connect with them. Having a really consistent bedtime routine means you are spending time together right before bed, so they don't have to fight for attention when it's bedtime and you've already given it to them. So that's your way to help kind of fill up those power and attention buckets that I talk about in all of my posts. And the third and final tip after early bedtimes and bedtime routines is you need to have a sleep plan. So I don't want you to inconsistently one night sleep with your kids, the next night lay in the hallway, one night you lay in bed with them, one night you hold their hand. I don't want this back and forth because once again, there won't be clear boundaries and your kids won't know what to expect. So having a really clear sleep plan that you feel good about, not one that your friend did or that somebody else says is great, that feels not good inside. You've got to listen to your gut and it's got to feel really good to you so that way you can stick to it and you can be super duper annoying and Groundhog's Day with it so that you can have success. So early bedtimes, consistent bedtime routines, and having a really great sleep plan that you feel good about, that you can be consistent with, is going to solve your bedtime battles. Now, if you want more information on this, you can go to my website, the link's here, tiaslightum.com, and you can read more in detail about these 3 pointers on how to implement them into your home. But if you really want a really step-by-step clear plan on how to help bedtime battles, how to solve them in 2 weeks or less, how to get your kids to go to bed cooperatively, stay in bed, fall asleep independently without tears and without guilt, and help your kids sleep all night, then I want you to go to my link to battle-free bedtimes in 2 weeks or less. I'm going to post the link here so that you can read all about whether or not this course is right for you, if it's going to solve your problems, and whether or not you would like to enroll and get sleeping in 2 weeks or less. I'm going to post that here. I'm going to give you all the information you need. If you have any questions, you can always reach out. But what I want you to know is that sleep doesn't need to be a battle. And once you solve sleep, your days with your kids become so much better. You will feel better. Your kids will feel better. Everything will feel so much easier. So what I really want from you is I want from you to either take these 3 tips and implement them or dive into this course and actually give yourself the gift of sleep. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm always here for you. Happy parenting.